Greetings, demons, and welcome to an update video. So it's been a little while since I've done one of these just because I haven't really changed all too much in the last few months, but this time around we have a decent amount to talk about. It's all relating to the schedule of uploads and the kind of content that I'm going to be posting, and honestly it's kind of what most people would be expecting, so let's just get rid of the preamble and jump straight into it after the intro.
Not the leader of a cult, RabbitWithAxe.
So, getting into it, this is an update video about my schedule. If you don't know, I have ran a pretty consistent schedule for probably the last 2 years, if not a bit longer than that at this point on this channel, and it has changed. The actual theming of it has changed, the days have changed as well, but overall it has remained the same way. I used to do daily content a long time ago, and that was phased out in terms of me needing more time to get better content out, and that was what the previous update was about. This time around, I'm going to be officially saying what the schedule actually works out as. So, I work on a Sunday to Saturday schedule just because of what my actual literal work is, and because of that, that's how my schedule is. So, starting off on Sunday is the thing that I've been doing for the last few months at this point, Warhammer Weekly. That is going to stay on Sundays. Warhammer Weekly is, of course, the weekly show where I just talk about Warhammer stuff, whether that be Age of Sigmar, whether that be 40k, a New World, even the odd bit of other Games Workshop stuff like the Lord of the Rings tabletop game. In any case, that's all going to be staying the same. Nothing's going to be changing there. Background gameplay for most episodes, as long as I'm able to record, and, commentary with editing, showing all the new reveals for the week, as well as any major events and stuff like that, and trailers for games and stuff like that, things that I personally am interested in the world of Warhammer, and yeah, that's Sundays. There's nothing else planned for Sundays. There's definitely potential, and I'll get into it a little bit later in the video, for other things that could happen on any of these days, but yeah, the main thing is Sundays are Warhammer Weekly, and yeah, that's Sunday. Monday, of course, has nothing. I have maintained that for a good while now. Mondays don't have any content. It's just a quiet day for me. It's something just so that I can spread out my content a little bit more, and just makes it a little bit better for both my work ethic, just being able to maintain not burning out by doing daily content, as I say, and also just because Mondays are a bit of a quieter day for most people. It's back to work for most people. It makes more sense not to have content on that day, so does stay in the same, nothing at all on Mondays. And hopefully, everyone's alright with that. There will be occasional item shops, but I'll get into this later in the video. Tuesday, that is going to be mixed gaming and commentary, and there are other things that come under this. I'll get into that once again later in the video. But that basically means that anything that covers something that isn't covered by the other 3 days, which I'll get into, is going to be here. So right now, just as examples, I've got Rocket League, Fall Guys, Minecraft, and Among Us. These are all games that I somewhat regularly play, but don't play all that often. There's less variety of these. It's more likely that there'll be other things filling this spot that aren't these 4 games, and especially when it comes to Rocket League, Fall Guys, and Among Us, I don't play them that often anymore. Minecraft is something that I play semi-often, so that's going to be filling that gap more often than not. But also, there could be games that fit into other categories, things like Warhammer games, Call of Duty, stuff like that, in the form of commentaries, if I'm talking about updates or I'm talking about new releases, and just stuff like that. It's never going to be live gameplay for these other games, but if it's not a shooter, not a Warhammer game, and not a Let's Play, it'll be live commentary, and otherwise it'll be recorded after the fact, discussing a specific topic. Something like what this video is, just, without it being an update. Tuesday, of course, is also the Halo Infinite Item Shop Day. That's staying the same. It's going to be as it has been this entire time, which is 6 o'clock GMT or BST, whatever the current British time is. And yeah, that's going to stay as it is. Wednesdays is as it is, just Overwatch 2 item shop. No main video, just the Overwatch 2 item shop. A day late, as always, but that is going to be also at 6 o'clock, same as Halo Infinite item shop. And then moving on to Thursday, that is going to be the Let's Play day. I have not had a Let's Play episode consistently going every week in probably a year. I want to say maybe even longer than that. And this is the announcement. It will be going up tomorrow, the first episode, but the first Let's Play that's going to be continuous is the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, I know I have a long backlog of Let's Plays that I have yet to finish. I will be going back to those in due time. I just wanted to start this off with a brand new Let's Play that I can play start to finish, complete, and just have it there as, you know, a finished Let's Play, just for once, you know. And, of course, once all the episodes are out, the next week will then be a supercut. That is how I've done it for a very long time, is that it goes entire Let's Play series, finished, then the next week is a supercut of all of it together, just for the sake of being able to watch it as one whole thing. And yeah, that's going to be very fun. I'm very much looking forward to that. And of course, I don't have it in the actual schedule set up, but Thursdays have the potential to have both a Rocket League shop and a Fortnite item shop, though that is not common and it's more likely not to happen than is to happen, which, you know, it is what it is. I don't have that much time during my week, especially Sunday to Thursday, to actually make content, and then my Friday is completely blank, obviously. Speaking of which, Friday, no main video, no item shops planned, nothing going up on Fridays, unless, you know, something weird happens. There is going to be occasions, like with things like Fortnite updates and Call of Duty updates and new game releases, where days like Wednesday and Friday will be filled. Monday, I can say pretty confidently, just will never have content, but Wednesday and Friday, on occasion, will, and as I say, I'll get into why some other types of content will go up on those days as well. And then finally, for Saturday, I'm bringing it back. It's Shooter Saturday. It's been a long time since I had this as a thing in general, but games like Fortnite, Halo, Call of Duty, Overwatch, and Battlefield, along with many other games that I play, will all fall onto Shooter Saturday. This is essentially an attempt to try and stop having full weeks of Fortnite, full weeks of Call of Duty, stuff like that, because that's been happening a lot lately. Literally, I think the last 2 weeks have been mostly Fortnite, and while I know a lot of people do like that content, I'm a variety channel. I like to have different games on the channel. I try and spread things out as much as possible, but obviously it doesn't always work out. Now, this isn't to say there's not going to be Fortnite and Call of Duty and Halo videos during the week. As I said before, things like Call of Duty, I do enough commentaries on those that they may go up on Tuesdays, but I will also be trying to make it so if there's a commentary on a game, there won't be a Shooter Saturday video on that same game. That's just for the sake of making things as varied as possible. That's just going to be how I'm going to be doing that. And then, of course, with Saturdays, I typically, not always, but typically manage to get a Fortnite item shop out, and that is a good day for it, because Saturdays have a actual release, usually. But in any case, that, of course, goes up British time. It does technically go up on a Sunday. For, you know, American time, it does go up on a Saturday, so calling that a Saturday item shop, that's just how it is for that. But yeah, that is the core of the schedule. It's pretty simple. It's not anything that is too unexpected based on what I've been doing for, as I say, years at this point. But yeah, this all begins tomorrow, so the 1st of June we'll have the first episode of The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, followed by a Shooter Saturday, followed by a Warhammer Weekly, followed by a Mixed Gaming and Commentary Tuesday, etc., etc. Just due to how I decided to start this in June, it's weird that it starts midweek, but it is what it is, and I think this is going to work really well for the future. So, of course, on top of all of this, there's going to be intermittent shorts. Those will mostly go up on Wednesdays. That's at least how I schedule them typically, but obviously a short can go up on any day of the week. And hopefully, I'm not actually saying this for certain, there may be some streams coming up. Those would most likely be on Thursdays or Saturdays, depending on my schedule. And yeah, I want to stream more. I don't really have a chance to right now, but hopefully that will change in the future. And as I say, Thursdays and Saturdays are definitely going to be days where streaming is an option, at the very least. Which, honestly, will be really fun. I really do look forward to hopefully being able to do that. Of course, there's also going to be occasional item shops, Sundays, Mondays. It's very uncommon for me to be able to have the time for an item shop, especially due to work. But of course, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, sometimes, on occasion, I will have more than just the Halo and Overwatch item shops. I can have Rocket League item shops, and sometimes even Fortnite item shops, depending on my scheduling. Thursdays, as I say, Fortnite item shop and Rocket League item shop often fall on those days when I have the time. Rocket League, I'm going to try and push more on Thursday just because it's the one day I can guarantee I'm there for it. It just doesn't always work out like that way. Friday, if I'm available, I'll do a Fortnite and a Rocket League item shop, though no guarantees. And then with Saturday, obviously, Fortnite item shop is a guarantee. Might try and do Rocket League item shop. And when it comes to the full week, Fall Guys is something that I try, and I have tried in the past. I just really struggle with the timing on Fall Guys item shops. It's not consistent. There's not really a reset time necessarily in the same way that other games have. But once again, Fall Guys and Rocket League, they're two that I do intermittently whenever I can. And Fortnite, I will do as much as I can during the week. So that's how it works with item shops. There's going to be more than just the 3 that I have listed, but not every week. Every week there'll be at least 3, though. Otherwise, on the Tuesdays, I said there's going to be other content other than just the commentaries and the mixed gameplay. We also have unboxings and reviews, and in fact, next Tuesday is going to be one of these unboxings and reviews. Just so that it's clear, unboxings and reviews count as commentary for me. That's just how I classify them, so those things will be going up on Tuesdays. And then, just to clarify, shooter games like World of Tanks don't count as shooters. They'll be on Tuesdays. That's just how it works for me, and hopefully that works for everyone else. So, really, that is everything to go over in terms of what's changing. Realistically, it's not a major change. It just means that the commentaries and the shooter content is going to be a little bit more varied across the weeks. We're not going to have as many weeks where it's just all one thing. You know, we're not going to have an all Fortnite week and an all Call of Duty week. There's always going to be at least 2 videos a week that split those up. And hopefully I won't actually have 2 of the same gameplay, or same game, should I say, in the same week, which is realistically beneficial. I think it is at least. And yeah, there's just a lot of variety of what I can do with this. It just makes it a lot better for me. It means that I'm actually varying out what I'm playing as well, which is very beneficial. Of course, when it comes to, as I said before, updates for games, new releases of games, that may mean there's multiple uploads in one day. That may mean that there is a full week of content on one game alongside things like Warhammer Weekly and the Let's Plays. You may see Thursdays have a Let's Play episode along with some Fortnite content because there's a new update or something like that. But generally, I'm going to keep that to when there's a new season of Call of Duty and a new season or chapter of Fortnite. That is how I try and keep it, especially when it comes to things like events. I try and keep those 2 shooters Saturday. I may on occasion throw certain events, depending on what they are, into mixed gaming, but generally it's going to stay where it is, and hopefully I keep to it because, yeah, I have a habit of kind of breaking my schedules, and it messes me up, and it messes you guys up, so hopefully that doesn't happen. But yeah, in any case, that is really everything I have to go over for this update. So if you enjoy me talking, I guess, make sure to like the video and subscribe if you're new around here so you don't miss any of this content that's coming up. Ring that bell, of course, so you don't miss an upload. And yeah, otherwise it's going to be from me. So without further ado, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!
Look at the screen, you'll be fine. Culture's a disease, but we'll survive. I just want